The screen freezes on a moment that feels almost too chaotic to be real. Kellyanne Conway, face flushed crimson, voice straining as she screams across the studio table. Her hands slice the air with frantic gestures, her words tumbling over each other like an avalanche of noise. Viewers at home lean forward, startled by the sheer fury radiating from the television. And then a voiceover cuts in, calm but charged. On live television, before millions of viewers, Kellyanne Conway lost control, and what happened next would rewrite the night. The scene rewinds and fast-forwards in jagged flashes. Kellyanne's mouth contorted mid-yell, the host's desperate attempts to restore order, audience members shifting uncomfortably in their seats. Screams, insults, gasps. It feels less like a debate and more like a spectacle spiraling out of control. But then, just as the shouting reaches its peak, something unexpected happens. The noise collapses into silence. The camera lingers on Jasmine Crockett, sitting perfectly still. Her hands are folded neatly in front of her, her expression unreadable. Where Kellyanne flails, Jasmine embodies composure. Not a single muscle on her face betrays a flicker of anger. That silence grows heavier, almost theatrical. The viewers can sense it, something is coming. A calm before a storm of an entirely different kind. Because this isn't just another political spat, not another forgettable clash on cable news. This moment is about to transcend the walls of the studio. In the next few hours, it will travel from living rooms to Twitter feeds, from clipped reels on TikTok to late-night monologues. It will ignite arguments in kitchens, text threads, and classrooms. One woman screaming, another refusing to bend. And in that contrast, America will see something it cannot look away from. The voiceover leans in closer now, sharpening every word. This wasn't just television. It became a turning point. One clip that spread like wildfire across America. The freeze frame lifts. Kellyanne is still shouting, still unraveling. But all eyes are on Jasmine, silent, patient, calculating. Because Jasmine's calm, devastating reply didn't just silence Kellyanne. It exposed something much deeper. To understand why this confrontation mattered so deeply, you have to rewind. The debate wasn't just another routine panel discussion. It was a stage set for a clash of identities, values, and visions of America. The topic on the table that night was bigger than policy bullet points. It was about women in politics, truth in media, and whether dignity could survive in an era dominated by distortion. From the very start, the air inside that studio was heavy with tension. You could feel it through the screen, like static building before a lightning strike. The host had barely introduced the panel when Kellyanne Conway leaned forward in her chair, her tone sharp, her words already dripping with contempt. This wasn't an exchange of ideas. This was a verbal brawl waiting to explode. Kellyanne, of course, had earned her reputation long before this night. She was no stranger to controversy. In fact, she thrived on it. She had spent years crafting her image as the relentless defender, the one willing to say the unsayable, the one who coined phrases like alternative facts and delivered them with a straight face. To her critics, she was the ultimate media manipulator, spinning half-truths into headlines and sowing chaos with a smile. To her supporters, she was unflinching, unapologetic, and always on the attack. But even for Kellyanne, this night was different.